Hello, friends, and welcome to Shutty Up, a Let's Talk King and Queens podcast. My name is Steve Lont, and we have another great show lined up for you today. I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Dusty Salisbury, whose TikTok following is over 80,000 followers. He's blowing up. He's blowing up. Dusty, how you doing?
What is up, you demented old circus monkeys? I am doing fantastic tonight. Yeah, it's starting to slow down now. The followers are starting to slow down. As soon as I hit 75,000, it just started to slow down. But when I told my wife that, she's like, "Oh, shut up! I only got 1,200 followers, and you got 80,000." Every time
You
I
got like
bitch about my
3.3 million likes.
every time I bitch about my followers or how many views I get on my video, she gets pissed off. She's like, "Well, look at my page."
Tell her to look at my page because I'm like at I don't know. I haven't posted a TikTok in forever. We're also joined by our lovely co-host Jenna Maureen, who's retiring from her teaching career to follow Kevin James on the road.
I am. It's official.
That's
I'm going to be his
absolutely true,
roadie.
folks. Jenna, you heard it here first. Jenna Maureen is going to follow. Kevin James doesn't know it yet, but
he doesn't. He's not aware I exist.
He's not
but
aware.
He will.
Yep. We still don't have a rating and review to share with you guys. So we need a rating and review. We haven't got one in a while. It's been like since January. I feel like I'm lacking the love, guys. I'm very insecure, so I need we need to show some love. Today we have a great guest for you. He's from Dayton, Ohio. Works full-time at GasX or FedEx, runs his own entertainment company where he DJs weddings. He also runs 2 weekly trivia shows at local pubs. Diehard Reds fan and Bengals fan, and says he could definitely take Arthur in a game of ping pong. Also, we just learned that he has his own podcast, his own trivia podcast.
Nice.
Called Getting Trivial. Huh. Please welcome to the show, Travis Kohler. Travis.
Hello, welcome. On? Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely, man.
Happy to be here.
We kind of talked a little bit before the show. You've listened to our show, but you have your own podcast. That's awesome.
Yep, just started dipping my toe into that pool. And that's why I'm nervous about the trivia part, because the trivia guy, I can't get any trivia wrong here. So
that's right, man. Yeah. You got a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
self-imposed.
That's right.
Now, on your trivia show, do you have guests on or anything, or we just learned about it, so I'm going to listen.
Yeah, every episode I have somebody call in and play around over the phone. So it's fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's cool.
Do they win prizes, or all just for pride?
Well, I don't have the viewership up to Dusty's level yet, so I don't have sponsors or prizes yet.
All right. We'll work on that, right? We'll work on that. Diehard Reds fan and Bengals fan. So the Bengals surprised you this year, you said earlier.
Yep. Nice surprise.
The Reds, we won't go there for now.
I was going to talk shit since I'm a Cubs fan, but I have no room to talk shit because the Cubs suck this year also. So,
well, we're the only team that could possibly throw a no-hitter and still lose the game.
Yes! Oh my God! Yes, I couldn't believe that.
That's crazy.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, and you work at FedEx.
I do.
How long you been there?
I've been there for 11 years.
11 years? And you're a driver, or?
I'm not a driver. I work in the station, in the hub.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Do you know anyone like Doug Heffernan or anyone from the show?
I am Doug Heffernan, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I date way out of my league, and I work
at
GasX.
There you go. Awesome. That's awesome. All right. So for those of you, maybe you're tuning in for the first time, basically what we're going to do is we're going to go through some trivia about the show. We're going to ask the trivia guy some trivia. We're going to go through our favorite parts, quotes and stuff like that, and then we're going to rate and review the show. And then along the way, we'll do a little bit of discussion about the episode. So without any further ado, let's get started. Today we're going to talk about season 3, episode 22, called Swim Neighbors. Written by Michael J. Whitehorn, David Litt, and David Bickle. Directed by Henry Chan. Originally aired May 7th, 2001. 21 years ago. So, episode synopsis. A hurricane destroys the backyards of the Heffernans and the Saxkys. When Carrie becomes not cool with their idea of a combined backyard, they retaliate by installing an above-ground pool. So, yeah, I really like this episode,
Yes.
and we'll get into all that. Jenna, you wanna start us off?
Sounds good. Yes, I can.
By the way,
All right.
wanna ride a Segway with Kevin James?
But it rhymes if you say wanna ride on a Segway with KJ. It kind of like
Oh,
rhymes, you know?
Segway with KJ. Got it.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. All right, question number 1. What was Doug looking for at the beginning of the episode?
He was looking for a flashlight.
Oh,
Yep.
there you
Correct.
go. Starting off strong, man.
I just want to say something about this first part of the episode. Has to be one of my favorite parts, one of my favorite intros on King of Queens. This is exactly what I do to my wife all the time. I always come up and say, "Hey, it's nasty out. You want to do something nasty in here?" And then I always look through her underwear drawer to see if she got any new undies and stuff like that. So I love this part.
That's great. That's awesome. That's awesome. By the way, you love a lot of the intros.
Yes, yes.
I'm calling you out on that one.
Yes.
You love a lot of the intros.
They do it so good. They do it really, really
Yeah.
well.
You do.
Nothing's more frustrating than needing a flashlight. I guess this is before cell phones, but you need a good flashlight in your
Yeah.
house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like a mag light or something like that. And then you find it and it's either dull or just totally out of batteries. So
Yep.
nothing more frustrating than that.
Yes.
All right. So
before we move on to the next one, I had a question, probably for the lady. What does Carrie calls like the dresser something? And as a single man, I've never heard it referred to as this term. I don't know what it was like. She called it like a bureau or a bureau.
Yes.
Okay.
you
I have
never heard
heard
that
of
term?
it.
No.
I have heard of it, but I don't call it that.
Okay.
I'm
I
with
didn't know if that
Travis.
was just like an older thing or
Yeah.
a East Coast thing.
I ain't never heard it either.
Yeah, maybe it's like a northeastern thing. I mean, I've heard it before. So I'm the only one. I'm from the New York, New Jersey area. So yeah, bureau. I think it's older, like an older
Yeah.
saying though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sounds like something my mom would say. Not that she's old, but
I call it a dresser.
yeah,
Same here.
same.
All right, let's see. Question number 2. So basically the lights go out and there's a reason for it.
All right. Yep. And so there was a hurricane, and what was the name of the hurricane?
My ex-girlfriend, Mindy.
Oh.
I remembered that one easy. Because I used to call her Hurricane Mindy.
Oh,
But yeah, Mindy.
oh, that's great.
Correct.
That's great. That's awesome, man. Yeah, you're 2 for 2, man. You're kicking ass here. Yeah. So you had an ex-girlfriend named Mindy. How long you guys together?
Oh, like 12 years, but like 12
Wow.
years ago. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you guys were together for 12 years, but that was 12 years ago, or
yeah, it was like a junior high into
Wow.
adulthood. Yeah,
oh wow.
yeah,
So that wasn't like just an ex-girlfriend. I mean, that was like a serious thing right there.
yeah. Love number one.
Love number one. There you
Wow.
go. There you go. Hurricane Mindy. All right.
All
Question
right.
number 3.
What did Dorothy Saxky suggest as a name for the compound?
Saccharine.
Yes, correct.
So they come downstairs in the morning and everything's just in shambles outside in the backyard. Trees down and branches and the fence is down, and the Sakskis are wanting to put a compound up. It's like, why would you even think of that? I mean, I wouldn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I
and the
understand
thing
like it's
is-
a small backyard, but
they're part of the backyard. Like, I wouldn't just randomly go,
True.
even if the fence was down, I wouldn't go in my neighbor's yard like that.
This is some
Yeah,
crap my
yeah.
neighbors would do.
yeah.
I love.
Yeah, but
listen,
I was gonna say you're friends with your neighbors though.
Yeah, I love our neighbors. Now, the lady Satsky, she is exactly like the wife next door. My neighbors, they're exactly alike. I swear to God. Oh my God, are you okay? And all that stuff. I love her to death. The husband is totally different, but yes, my neighbors would definitely do that if our fence ever fell down.
Yeah.
No joke.
Oh,
I
wow.
swear to God, they would.
Wow.
See, now I would do it with our neighbors are like our best friends, but they're like a few houses down. If they were next to us, we have talked about doing something like that, but I wouldn't do it with any other just neighbor.
Travis.
The Sakskis just kind of reappear too. They moved out in the middle of the night after the water filter fiasco.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they're just back.
Exactly.
Yeah, no continuity.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask the next question real quick, and then I have something I posted on Facebook that I wanted to talk about. So, what did Tim Satsky suggest as a name? What did Tim Satsky suggest as a name for the compound?
Hefsky,
Hefsky.
because there's no
So
egos
basically,
here.
yeah, there's no either one. There's no egos here. So I posted a something in the Facebook, the King of Queens fan group. That's obviously it's not ours, but there's like a lot of people in it. If you were neighbors with Doug and Carrie and created a compound with your backyards, what would the name of the compound be? And some of them were pretty good. Shut It Stew Compound. That was from Sean Tiffel. Doug and Carrie, of course. Like doing the Doug and Carrie song.
I like that one.
A lot of people are doing what I expected, which is combining their last names, just like the Saskis did. Heifer Xander or Alexernin. That's from Charles Alexander, and he says the same thing. Either one, there's no ego here. Let's see, what was another good one? Shuddy Acres.
That's
Shuddy
creative.
Acres. Yaspa. Relaxation. Gas X was one because it was pretty funny that Travis was saying that, and then Compound W, that was another good one. You guys have any names that you would think of for a compound?
I don't have anything.
They were all
Putting you
pretty
guys on the
good.
spot.
They were more creative than I could be.
I can't really create anything with my last name.
Yeah, me it's Lanternin, I guess, or Heiferlant. I don't know. That's about it. Jenna.
Ours would be weird. Hefgent.
Heffergent.
Yeah.
So my last name is Kohler. So every time I comment in that Facebook group, somebody's like, "Oh, Kohler has you packed molar."
Yeah. That's funny.
Kids
And I
can be so
remember-
cruel.
I remember Travis and I like I think it was like last year or something. We were going back and forth in a text, and you did that, and I didn't pick up on it at first. And you're like, "Oh man, sorry, man. I was just from the I think from the show." That was good. And then I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I'll see that every once in a while and think of you, man." All right. Question number 5. So Carrie puts the fence up like that day somehow, gets the fence put up, and Tim and Dorothy Satsky are pretty upset. So they retaliate by putting up a pool. we find out what type of bathing suit Tim is wearing or is wearing. So what type of bathing suit would that be?
He's a Speedo man.
He's a Speedo man. That's right. That's right. And he's wearing it proud, man.
Yeah.
Wearing it
No
proud.
ego and no shame.
Yeah. No ego, no shame. Absolutely.
Did they ever say whether she did the fence or did they hire somebody? Because they never quite came out and said, but they did say something about like your
the fence guy, right?
Fence guy, but I never.
Yeah. But it looked like she was doing something to it.
Yeah, so that's why I was always confused.
If she did put up a fence, that was a really nice fence.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I'll give her credit for that, but I doubt it.
And she really got it down in the cement.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. She really wanted that fence up, guys.
Yeah. One thing I forgot to talk about was so Carrie's like, oh, we'll get the yellow pages. We'll look for a fence guy. The yellow pages. You guys remember that?
Oh my God! Yes.
Oh yeah.
The yellow pages. Oh my God. I mean, I every once in a while they'll send. It's not the yellow pages anymore. Like it used to be, like really thick, like 5 or 6 inches thick. But they still send around sometimes, like a phone book. But I mean, you don't need it anymore. It's all in your phone.
Yep.
You can just look it up. You can hit call right there. You don't even have to type in a number anymore. But yeah, the yellow pages, man. It used to have to pay for ads, like if you were a commercial business. And then yeah, man. For you youngins out there, that used to be a thing. You used to have to manually look up phone numbers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those
I
of
don't
you
even
that
think
don't
my
know
kids
Mr. Belvedere.
probably.
Yeah, no app. See, I knew you were listening.
Dusty.
Oh, what?
Travis, you know Mr. Belvedere, right?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know nothing.
Oh man. Oh, that's funny.
I don't even think my kids know what like the yellow pages are. Like if I went and asked them, they probably have no idea.
Show them a rotary phone, see what they can do.
Or any
they
phone,
wouldn't know how to use it.
I've seen videos of kids trying to like figure out what the rotary phones are and how to dial a number.
Yeah.
I had a rotary phone going up.
Oh yeah.
We had one. But yeah, man, it's crazy.
My grandma had one.
Did she?
Yeah. That's only the reason why I know how to use it.
So anyway, they put up a fence, and Doug claims it's to keep his pet in. What pet does he claim to have?
He has a turtle that's a runner.
It's just so funny, man. To like
so random.
To think of that. Yeah, I have a turtle. He likes to run.
I wonder if this turtle did that when the Chinese restaurant cooked it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I wonder if he ran.
So, all right, man. You're 6 for 6 so far. You're kicking butt, man. You're on a roll here. You're on a roll, and you're proving that you are the trivia guy. So let's see if you can keep going. Dusty, you want to take over question number 7?
Yeah. What game did Spence say the Saskies were playing?
Find the penny.
Find the penny.
Yes.
Good job.
You guys ever play? Like, what's your favorite game to play in the pool as a kid, or maybe even now as an adult?
Sharks and minnows.
Sharks and minnows.
Yeah.
I've heard of that. I've never played sharks and minnows. What's like?
So you would just
try to think if that's
the sharks would start on one side, and then the minnows would be on one side, and the minnows would try and swim to the other side without getting touched by one of the sharks. So you'd have to go all the way to the bottom and try and swim over without getting touched by one of the sharks.
Oh, all right. Gotcha. What about you guys?
Oh man, I used to like Marco Polo and chicken.
Yeah.
I don't even like play. Like when I go to my parents' pool, I just sit. I don't do it. Even my kids, they just jump in and play. I don't play any games anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I used to love those games.
My kids, they're very good at making up games. Like when they were little, my kids and their cousins made up a game called, I don't know why, Dibbles. And I hope one day my kids listen to this and they're like, "Oh my god, I remember when we played Dibbles." I don't even know what the game's about. I think it's kind of like Find the Penny. Like they would throw something in, it would go to the bottom, and then once they saw it, they would yell, "You have to yell Dibbles," and then go get it. It's this is also the minds who brought you sock ball. Basically, you take a wadded up roll of socks and just play baseball with it on your knees down in the basement.
Oh,
and they would get into like serious fights about it. Like if I knew somebody was playing softball downstairs, I'm like, all right, who's gonna come up first? All pissed off. You know, that's how competitive my kids are when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Funny.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, they have a blast, but you know, somebody always comes up either, you know, crying, not crying anymore, but yeah, you can tell it's like, oh, he's cheating at softball. I'm like, you guys make up your own rules. How can you cheat at softball? So, all right, what else we got, Dusty?
Sorry, I was texting my wife to bring my charger for the laptop in here because it's about to die. It popped up like 10%. I was like, oh shit.
All right.
Question number 8. What
does always happen? We were before when you were trying to get on.
Yeah.
Like you're like the tech guy who's like, you know, famous on TikTok, but yet your shit never works like when you're trying to do this podcast.
Right? I don't even understand. Like before the podcast, I was trying to get the other laptop to work, and for some reason it wasn't working. So, well,
that's funny. Well, hopefully she gets your text in time.
Yeah, she just I just told her to bring it in here. So, all right. Question number 8. What does Tim call water in the pool?
Liquid heaven.
Liquid heaven.
Really
I love when he kind of does like, nobody can see me doing this, but he's like waving his fingers down his face.
The way he explained that, it was so funny.
Yes, he does such a good job at playing Mr. Saxky. Why can I never say his name?
Tim Saxky.
And you
I always screw it up there.
I do, but I do like this episode with them in it. They do such a good job.
Bryan Cranston.
They are annoying. Yeah.
Bryan Cranston's
he's amazing.
He has such a wider range.
Yes.
Such a wider range.
Yep.
You know.
And it was sad this was his last appearance on King of Queens.
Yeah.
See, there you go. The trivia guy comes through.
Yep. It would have been funny if he was in more episodes too. I would have loved to see him in more episodes.
Yeah, they were great together.
When did Breaking Bad start?
Ooh, good question.
Because I'm trying to think of because he did Malcolm in the Middle in the 90s. Obviously, you know, like he was like part of that show because he was the father on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to look him up real quick. But I'm trying to think of like he had you know, just a couple of bit parts. Well, it wasn't bit parts. Like it was a recurring role on King of Queens, but he didn't really do movies,
in
right?
2008.
So 7 years after this.
Yeah.
Bang! You got the charger? I'm on 6%.
I'll edit that out. Don't worry.
It's like the movie. What was it? Wedding Crashers. Ma, the meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Hi, Andrea.
Thank you, baby.
Tell her we all said hello.
Everybody says hey. Hey.
What?
Nothing. That's all right. For all you
That was only
adults out
60.
there.
There was only 62 episodes.
Of
Now
what?
we're on a Breaking Bad.
Oh damn! Yeah, because I think it was only 5 seasons.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. I want to know what Bryan Cranston did between 2001 and 2007.
It had to be Malcolm in the Middle.
Nah, that was in the 90s, man.
Was it really?
I'm telling you, he might have even been doing it.
Are you sure?
You think Malcolm in the Middle was after?
Malcolm in the Middle was 2000 to 2006. He's right.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me?
I remember this in high school.
I would have put $100 on that. It was in the 90s.
I was with you on that.
Was in the 2000s?
I didn't think so either.
That was in the 2000s.
Yeah, I remember watching that in high school.
So he was on the because 2000 to 2006, he was on the show when he appeared on King of Queens.
That I didn't know.
But he okay. So here we go. He appeared like 2 or 3 times before Malcolm in the Middle started. I don't know, man. I'm like dumbfounded right now. I would have put money on that. Malcolm in the Middle was in the 90s. All right. Anyway, that was all blur apparently.
Love Malcolm in the Middle.
Where we at? Question number 9.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Question number 9.
What does Mr. Pruzan ask Carrie to get him after Carrie asks for legal advice?
Ooh. I think it's a banana sliced real thin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You even got the sliced real thin part.
Good job.
That seems to be like a lot of people's favorite quote from Alex Scooby on King of Queens.
Yeah, when we were having Alex Scooby on way back last year, dude, it's been like almost a year since we had Alex.
Yeah, it has. It's been over a year.
It's been over a year. And I remember getting ready for that episode, and we were posting a bunch of stuff, and that was that, like you said, that was definitely one of the quotes that people kept saying, kept posting. But the way he says it is just so funny.
Yeah.
Like he's all complimented Carrie, like, oh, that was really like insightful and great, you're doing a good job. And then she's like, oh, thanks. And he's like, could you get me banana sliced real thin?
Yeah.
Like, okay. All right. So at this point, Doug and Tim pretty much make up, or Tim convinces Doug to get in the pool. So Doug's in the pool. What does he yell as he jumps into the pool?
Ooh. You might have me on that one.
Oh, come on, man. This is
something he says all the time.
He says it all the time.
It's not. He doesn't give out a yespa, does he?
He does.
A yespa?
Good
job. I'll give it to you. I'll give you that one. Yespa. Now, like jumping into, you got to be real careful jumping into an above ground pool. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be Mr. Safety here, but like if you're like really short or something, yeah, you'll be fine.
Right here. I do it all the time.
Right here.
My parents.
Are you really short, Dusty?
I'm 5'6.5".
5'6.5"?
I am. I might be 5'6", but I'm throwing myself a bone here. I'm a half, 5'6.5".
With your headphones on?
Yeah. Look, when I played college baseball, my height was 5'9".
Oh yeah, in everyone's program.
Yeah, because baseball players lie about their height and their age all the time. So
their age too?
Oh yeah, man. You see a lot of these. Oh, I have no idea. You see a lot of these Dominican players that lie about their age all the time. It's just something, and I think it has something to do with playing back and get. I don't know. It's crazy, but yeah, we lie about our height all the time.
Wow.
Yeah. Everybody was like, how is this guy 5'9"? Yep.
Wow. All right.
How tall are you, Steve and Travis?
I'm 6'1".
Same.
Okay.
There you go.
Damn.
Wait, hold on. In Dusty's world, I'm 6'4". if I was a baseball player. So, yeah, I'm 6'1". What about you, Jenna? Is it rude to ask a woman?
Are we in Dusty's world or are we in real world? No, I'm about 5'2".
5'2".
I'm short.
And with those big ass black boots you wear, you get like 3 inches on those daggone things.
That's true.
So you're almost as tall as Dusty in those things.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, because the last time when we met, yeah, you were almost as tall as me.
Yeah. Those are my go-to shoes.
That's awesome. All right. A couple of more questions for you. You're 10 for 10.
All right.
How does Carrie find out that Doug was in the pool?
Because he smells like chlorine.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. And then
you had to think that one through because that's always a very distinct smell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You would think like he would get in the shower or something, but
should put some peanut butter on it.
Peanut butter behind his ears.
Dab it.
What does Doug say he is going to play after his fight with Carrie?
Ooh. You might have had me on that one. I just must not be able to think of the scene.
This is Jenna's time to shine.
Right. Hold on. Let's give him let's paint the picture for him. So I'm trying to think. Him and Carrie were fighting about, this is when she finds out that he was in the pool, and Carrie's all psyched up to sue the Sakskis, or to get their pool taken down.
I could charade it.
Yeah, charade it.
I can picture him. I can picture him right now saying, "Well, I guess we both have things to do."
Yeah.
Come on, Jenna. Let's hear some multiple choice.
Oh gosh. All right. Dusty.
Do you have any idea what Dusty's doing, Travis? I can't even describe it, so I'm not going to try.
A little walk.
All right. Marco Polo, Chase the Dolphin.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Chase the Dolphin.
You gotta let her go, man.
Sorry.
It's funny when
she comes up with stuff. Something about mermaids. That was gonna be my next thing.
Yeah, as soon as I heard that, I remembered that.
Chase the Dolphin. I have no clue what that even means.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right, and then they end up getting. I think they get rid of the pool, right, by the end of the episode. Anyway, Doug's doing something at the end of the episode. What's he doing? He's not in the pool. The very end of the episode. He's in his bathing suit doing something.
We all did this when we were younger, I know.
Oh, we all did this, yeah. If you're watering the grass.
Oh, he's playing in the sprinkler, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, to appease Carrie, yeah.
I love his little jump into the sprinkler.
Yeah.
A frolic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm giving you all of them. So
I'll take it. Thanks for the help.
13 for 13.
You did good.
13 for 13, man. And I didn't have any bonus questions, so sorry. I didn't think of any. But you didn't need them. We'll move on to little quotes and ponderings. Travis, favorite quotes, favorite parts of the episode?
Well, I figured everybody's favorite quote from this episode is probably "We'll see you in court, numbnuts."
See you in court, numbnuts.
So I don't want to go with that one. So I'm going to go with Bryan Cranston delivering the line, like Doug says that they got a thing going on in the garage, and he says, "What, in your aluminum hothouse?" So, but for an episode with no Arthur, it's hard to come up with a favorite quote. So I'm going to go with Bryan Cranston's aluminum hothouse.
Cranston's aluminum hothouse. I like it. Yeah, and that's a good point. Arthur was not in this episode.
I think Bryan Cranston made up for Arthur not being in that episode.
Yeah,
I think so. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He, like I said before, he's just got so much range.
Yes.
And he doesn't look bad in a Speedo. I'm very comfortable with myself. I'll say it. It was 20,
I don't want to see man thighs. Like,
you don't want to see man thighs?
No.
That's funny. What about you, Jenna? Favorite parts, favorite quotes?
I do love the way that he played Tim. Like he does such a good job just entering, like when they were first talking about the compound and he just lets himself into Doug and Carrie's house. It's just so perfect. But I love when he calls Doug, Deacon, and Spencer Doug and his merry men. I love that. And then when I first saw this episode, it's always been, I love this scene where Carrie is like filming with her tape recorder or whatever video camera.
Yeah.
And he like Doug tells her what he's going to do. And she's like, okay, baby. She just did such a good job. I just love that scene too.
Yeah.
And then probably when Doug walks in the backyard and sees that the fence is up, and then they get caught with the fence, and like he quickly runs and then comes back out later and goes, "Whoa, a new fence!"
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Dusty, what about you?
The intro, man. The intro.
Yeah, well, we know that.
That was, I mean, there were so many great scenes and quotes in this episode. The intro, like I said, is just like me. Want to get nasty in here, looking through her underwear, and then the candle burning his face. I've had that happen before trying to do that crap. So it's just like that whole like intro is probably the best intro in my book because I relate to it so much, and it was just so funny. They like that, and they delivered it hard. I mean, they delivered that intro really, really good. So, yep, love it.
Yeah, it was great. I got a bunch here. When they're talking about the koi pond, Bryan Cranston's talking about the koi pond. Do you like oversized goldfish?
I'm scared of them.
Oh, yeah. Doug and Carrie talk about being loners or just not wanting to be around people. And he goes, either one of us could have been serial killers. The beach ball losing their beach ball a couple times. That was great. It's officially rash season. That's Spence saying that in the aluminum hot house. Probably my favorite quote though is talking about Carrie's talking about her, trying to defeat the Saxkis, and she says, what is she? Something about you're over there with my arch enemy. He's like, arch enemy? Who are you, Catwoman?
Yeah.
It's just so funny the way he delivers that line.
The sweat ball.
Yeah. So, Travis, we haven't asked this one in a while. What does King of Queens mean to you, and why do you watch it?
Well, I identify with King of Queens because, like I said, I consider myself to be somewhat of a Doug Heffernan. So I identify with his character, and I don't think I started watching the show like right when it first came onto TV. I probably picked it up somewhere around the middle, back when Yes Dear and King of Queens were like one right after another.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved that show. It was Yes Dear and King of Queens.
Yep.
So that's when I picked it up towards the end, and been watching it every night ever since.
Oh yeah, you're an every night guy.
Oh yeah. I put it on Peacock before I go to bed and just let it play because I know that if I fall asleep or I miss something, I've seen it a million times, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Seems to be a reoccurring theme with a lot of our guests is they like to either watch it every night or fall asleep to it or at least watch a couple episodes a day. Love it.
You sounded Australian there for a second. A day. The way you said that, a day.
Good day, mates. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
That you kind of sounded like oh my gosh, what's the one Tom Hanks movie?
Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah, and then oh my gosh, and he's a
Castaway?
soldier. No.
Saving Private Ryan.
No, the other one. He
Band
goes
of Brothers.
to war. No, I can't think of it.
Hold on. Okay, I got to figure this out.
Wait, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks.
Like
Forrest Gump goes to war. I mean,
Forrest Gump. Out of Saving Private Ryan is literally about Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Going to war in World War II.
I was like,
Right?
that's the only
Yet
thing.
you choose to describe Forrest Gump as
That's
Tom
the
Hanks
only
going
thing
to
I
war.
could think
that was
of.
funny. That was funny.
That was great.
But that's what you reminded me
Anyway.
of when you said the
When I
last.
said put another shrimp on a party.
Yeah, that's what you.
Shrimp and potatoes.
That's funny.
Shrimp. Yeah, like Bubba, right? Bubba Gump Shrimp Company.
I love that place. So good.
Never been.
Oh, so
Never
good.
That's Jenna. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a Starshine moment right
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what
couldn't
other
think of
war
anything
movie.
else. I was like, what other parts? Why can't I think of what else is in this movie?
Oh man.
Yeah,
It's
you could've
probably
went with-
because that was just on not too long ago at our neighbor's house, and the only part I watched was the war part. So that's why I
Oh.
couldn't think of anything else.
Gotcha. Something bit me. All right, we'll move on to a little rating and reviews. IMDb had 413 user ratings, 8.2 out of 10. So we did 2 Facebook polls. Dusty did one last week, I guess, and then I ended up posting one this week. Today, actually. And combined, we had 121 ratings.
Nice.
121.
Nice.
And we got a 4.5 out of 5, so a 9.0. That's
Nice.
Our listeners really are the people who do the Facebook poll really enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
Travis, our guests always go first. So if you would rate this 10 Speedos, how many out of 10 Speedos?
I'd give it 7.7 Speedos.
7.7.
Yeah.
All right.
Like we
where did
discussed,
lose points?
we lose points for not having Arthur, and
Okay.
I think without Bryan Cranston, this episode would be a 6. Bryan Cranston brings it back up into the 7s for me. Had a good storyline. Could have used a little more Spence. You know, Spence is one of my favorites. He cracks me up. But
Yeah.
overall, I'd give it a 7.7.
Okay. All right. It's a respectable score.
Oh, yeah.
It's a respectable score. Jenna, how about you?
Well, you guys know how I feel about Tim and Dorothy,
Yep.
but this one, I do love them in this one. So I would give it an 8.
An 8.0.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Jenna's not going any half points. All right.
No, because I just, Tim and Dorothy, they just annoy me so much.
So would you say you're giving this a higher score because Doug or because Carrie's kind of like sticking it to them and they kind of,
No,
what I'm saying?
I just really liked Tim in this episode. He it was just so good. I don't know. Brian did such a great job playing him.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I'm surprised
All
he didn't
right.
go higher because you got to see Doug without a shirt.
that's true. That
Very
at
true, in the pool.
the very end with that the little jump that we called it. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
the
okay,
fall.
Doug, I see you.
She kept rewinding that part and playing it over. And
I
over
may have once or twice.
Wow. Wow. Dusty, how about you?
I am going a different direction. This moved into my top 5. So,
Wow.
yes. And I tell you this. If Arthur was in this episode, it probably would have been my number 1 favorite episode.
Wow.
Guarantee it.
Wow.
I tell you, they could have done so much with Arthur in this episode. And if they had him in it, it would have been my number 1. It would have been a perfect 10 for me.
Yeah,
So-
Arthur in the pool would have been hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would have
It
been
would've
great.
been
Yes.
That would have been great.
It's called Gravity, Douglas.
And it's coming for you.
So
All right.
I'm gonna go. Ooh, man, trying to see where it would move. It'd probably be. I'm gonna go ahead and move into my number 2 spot. So this is gonna get a 9.8,
Wow.
9.9 for me.
Wow.
Like I said, this episode had everything. It was so funny throughout the whole episode. So many quotes. Every scene was fantastic. Every scene. Yeah, 9.8, 9.9 for this episode.
That's great. All right. Did you? I can't remember. Did we ever? We didn't do your top episode yet, right?
No, not yet.
Yeah, and I totally forgot. I know you've told me before off air, and I totally forgot what it was.
I'm just gonna keep.
Do you remember, Jenna?
I'd have to think about it.
All right.
And we've done yours though, right?
We've done mine,
the Pollock's one.
Pollock.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course. All right, and let's see. For me, I'm gonna do like an 8.7. 8.7. I think Arthur would have been a great addition to this one. He would have brought a lot to the table, but Bryan Cranston really did make up for it. And I'm just echoing that stuff at this point. So yeah, 8.7 for me. So yeah, we're about there. Travis, you made it through. You kicked ass at the trivia. As you should, as a trivia guy. No problem, man. Thanks for coming on.
And I just wanted to share, just wanted to say one more thing before we close it out. You know, every episode title has like a homage to something or is a play on words.
Sure.
I liked how Swim Neighbors was like a homage to Jim Neighbors, Gomer Pyle from the Andy Griffith Show.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't even think I ever caught that.
No?
Mm-mm.
And I think there actually is one called Gym Neighbors, GYM. Right, Travis? I think there is an episode called Gym Neighbors.
Might be.
I'm gonna look it up.
Come on, King of Queens.
GYM.
Yeah, that's the one where they have Lou Ferrigno in it, and Doug wants to.
Yeah, and he gets them addicted back on video games.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that one it?
I think have we done that episode?
No, we were supposed to do
we
that.
haven't.
Oh, that's a great
episode. It was just on the TV though, not too long ago on TBS because I just watched that one not too long ago.
Love it. I would love to get Lou Ferrigno on that.
A little tidbit, a little trivia for our podcast listeners out there who've been around for a while. That was supposed to be our very first episode, actually.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I guess the person we were supposed to have on ended up canceling.
Yeah.
So that's why we scrambled at the last minute and got my cousin Mike. But I don't know why we switched episodes. Maybe because
I think he had a favorite episode he wanted to do.
Yeah. And there is one. It's season 7, episode 12, Gym Neighbors.
That's awesome.
So yeah, but you're absolutely right, Travis. This is definitely the same.
So somebody on the writing team had a thing for the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah, exactly. So where can people find your podcast, Travis?
My podcast is on Spotify. I've done 3 episodes so far, and it's called Getting Trivial. It's like a quiz style podcast. I ask questions, give you time to answer, come back, tell you the answers so you can score, see how you did. And then every week I have a guest call in and play along and score them, see how they did. So just kind of a fun thing I did. Most of my family's in California, so they can't come to my trivia shows. So just something I started for them to play along and people that can't make it to my shows to play along at home.
That's awesome,
Very
man.
Cool.
Yeah.
What part of California?
Irvine.
Oh. Irvine. There, have you seen? I don't know if anybody's seen
All right.
There's a comedian. I don't forget his name. Years ago, and he did this bit. Then it was like, "I'm from Irvine." He did this little thing. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but it just made me laugh. Jenna's brain.
Was it a Tom Hanks movie? Oh my god,
That was
funny. Had to be there, I guess, right?
Well, maybe I can look up the comedian, and somebody out there has probably heard of this guy before.
If you've heard of the "I'm from Irvine" comedian, please let us know. As Jenna looks it up on
Dave
Google.
Chappelle.
It wasn't Dave Chappelle.
No, he lives right down the road from me.
Oh, I think
Does he
it
really?
might have been.
Oh, that's awesome.
You ever seen him?
Let's see.
Oh yeah, I see him in town all the time. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You ever go up to him and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
I've never spoke to him. I'm not gonna be that guy that goes up to him like, I'm Rick James.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, he probably gets that all the time.
Yeah, I've seen him at the bar a couple times, and yeah, he just likes to go out and hang out and not be bothered. So
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of those guys are like that.
Joe Gatto was just at my local watering hole on Saturday.
Oh,
if
nice.
you guys know who that is.
That's so cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Joe
Love
Gatto
him.
from Practical Jokers.
Yeah, he was at the Funny Bone, and one of the girls that goes to the bar that I go to brought him back to the bar. He hung out all night.
Really?
Oh, very cool. Did you get to meet him then?
I met him and took a picture with him. I didn't chat with him or anything.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I hate that he's not on Practical Jokers anymore.
I know.
I haven't watched any of the new ones without him.
Man,
Are they out yet, or
I don't know.
Yeah, they are. They're already out.
with just the three of them?
Mm-hmm.
I hate what his wife did. So
Wait, what did she do?
just announced they were separating the day of, all over social media and all that stuff. Just keep that to
I did
yourself. I'm
see
sure
that.
Joe Gatto didn't want that out right away or whatnot. People would have found out sooner or later, but
Yeah, but are they back together?
I don't know.
No, I think they're just co-parenting. Possibly.
Co-parenting.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
He's
That
not
dude
doing
is
the show, but
funny.
he's on a comedy tour now. So, he said he was taking time after the divorce,
Yeah.
but he's out on the
Yeah.
road anyway. So,
Yeah.
That dude is so funny, man.
Oh my
he's
gosh.
great.
He was my
He
favorite
is.
one, man. He was by far my favorite one.
I want to run through the
He
press
was
store and
definitely
yell,
the
Larry.
funniest. Yeah. He's definitely one of the funniest, but Sal's my favorite, of course.
Sal?
Yeah.
Why? Of course. Why?
He's
get
very similar to Kevin James.
I was about to say, she's got to thank for Sal, too.
I was gonna say, it sounds like I just want to know why.
I don't know. Something about Sal.
He's
about
funny
Sal.
as hell.
He is
Don't
funny.
get me wrong. I mean, they're all funny. but
Yeah.
Joe
is
I
the
think,
funniest, but I love Sal.
I think Joe's the funniest because he doesn't care
Exactly.
at all.
Yeah.
No.
He
He
don't
does
get
not
scared or
care at all.
nervous.
No.
No, hardly ever. There have been times where you've seen him, but
Yeah.
not very often.
Yeah. No. Very few and far between.
Now I got to go watch some Practical Jokers.
It's great.
So, all right. So Spotify for Getting Trivial podcast. Please listen to it, and you can on Spotify. You can give ratings. So rate our guy Travis's podcast.
Yeah,
Give him
maybe
a 5-star.
maybe in my next episode I can just do a whole show devoted to King of Queens trivia for people that want to tune in and check it out.
Let's go.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I was going to ask you. I'm sure they're all themed. Like they're themed, right?
Yeah.
Trivia.
So I'll have categories, and I'll let the person that's playing pick, kind of like the old $25,000 pyramid, where you get to pick based on the name of the
Yeah.
category.
Nice.
Yeah.
And do you do it over video?
I do not. There's just audio.
No. Like your guest.
Oh no, it's all done via phone call.
Oh, okay.
So I just have them Bluetoothed in.
All right. Nice. Cool,
I
man.
think
Yep.
I'll have to get Spotify again to listen to it.
Yeah, you don't have to
You
be a
don't have to-
subscriber to Spotify to listen to podcasts. It's free. So
Oh, okay.
Oh, a little fun fact.
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna definitely get it then.
Jenna, no excuse now. Did you ever find out that Irvine? I'm from
No,
Irvine.
I
Comedy
kind of.
comedian.
It might be Pablo Francisco, but I don't know for sure because I'm not gonna start playing the video. But it might be him.
Oh,
But
all right.
it was back from gosh, it must have been 2005 or 6, probably or 4. One of those.
I don't know. One of those
One of
2000
those date
early
ranges.
Dusty, you want to promote our stuff?
Yeah, so TikTok is at Shutty Uppy Podcast. Facebook is at Shutty Uppy Let's Talk King of Queens. And our Instagram is at Shutty Uppy Podcast.
Let's go.
Right.
You nailed it finally.
Hell yeah.
Nailed it. Email us at shoot, what is it? King of Queens podcast at gmail.com. Haven't gotten an email in a while. Rate and review us, please. Please, please, please. I will read it out, on the next episode.
I will put this on video. Someone rates and review. I will put this on video while we're doing our next podcast. I will do the truffle shuffle.
During the podcast?
During the podcast.
All right.
I love doing the truffle
review
shuffle.
us, folks.
Any chance we can get you run through a sprinkler? Or?
I might have to do that on one of my TikTok videos. I haven't done a King of Queens video in a while, so I got.
Dude, you have not.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You got to get on that.
Yeah,
you have got to get on that.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, Travis, Bud, thanks a lot.
Yes, thank you.
Yep, thank you guys for having me
next
on.
time. Absolutely. See you guys later.
See ya.